Hey guys, how's everybody doing today? Wanted to get on here and share a little bit with you, about faith and kind of a little bit about my journey. Some of you don't know, most of you don't know, about 3 months ago, I decided to leave a really good job, good people, good money. There was no reason for me to leave other than the fact that I felt like it was something else was out there for me. I felt like it was time for me to try new things, and the more of what I'm getting at is that essentially there was nothing wrong with the job I had, but something deep inside of me was pulling me away and trying to get me to jump and leap out on faith, and I finally did that. And when I did, I started my handyman service, and things have been going really good. I said all that to say, a lot of times with our faith, we sit there and we're wanting a response, and we're wanting God to show His hand and to show us the cards that we want to see before we're actually going to jump and do. And guys, I'm here to tell you, I didn't know. When I tell you I jumped out on faith, I jumped out on faith. I had a little bit of a plan that had a lot of room for God to move things around, and it got down to one point where it was electric bill was due the next day, and by the grace of God, somebody paid my electric bill, and then things started to progress. And let me tell you something, guys. If you think that you're going to jump out on faith and this huge gust of wind is just going to sweep underneath you and catch you, and you're not going to fall for a minute, I'm going to disagree with that, because it was a good 3 or 4 weeks before I really saw everything starting to come together. And let me tell you, I was nauseous for a couple days, for sure, for a couple days. But I had to have that faith. I had to thicken that blanket of faith that I had. And I'll tell you this, that my faith in God before that and my faith in God now has exponentially changed. Exponentially in all aspects of my life. I felt His call to do and act and move, and I did, and I followed suit. And there's still blessings going on in the new profession I'm in, and the new life that I'm in, and others are being blessed by it. My kids are being blessed by it. There's just so much blessing that's taking place. But I distinctly remember that feeling of, this was a terrible idea. What was I thinking? And all that negative self-talk that the devil gets us into, and questioning and everything like that, and hear that small still voice in the back of my mind saying, it's going to be okay. God's got this. God's got this. So, guys, if you are questioning something in the same area of faith, please just know that, number one, pray heavily. Really know that you're hearing the voice of God, and you're really feeling that call. Really know for sure. Don't grieve the Spirit and just jump and say the Spirit told you to do it. I'm not here to tell you what your relationship is with the Holy Spirit and with Christ. You know what it is, but just make sure that you really pray over that decision. Don't just do it on a whim. I assure you, I didn't do it on a whim, and I prayed very hard over it. And then, if you do make that choice and you do step out, guys, it's going to be uncomfortable, okay? It's going to be very, very uncomfortable. You're going to feel out of control. You're going to feel helpless. You're going to feel a little silly. But all that feeling is what the devil is trying to give you in the blessing of what God is already giving you. So take heart in that. Faith can move mountains, guys, but faith also has to sit there and wait for the mountain to move. So I love you all. I hope this helps you. Comment your thoughts. Thanks. Bye.